Clean Technica is a publication that does a very good job covering environmental issues, especially electric vehicles. And in this article, they ask a question: should you never buy a used EV? Or you should never buy a used EV? And it's a really good and honest article about what is important to consider when purchasing a used electric vehicle. I think the two biggest takeaways from this are buying a vehicle that has at least 250 miles of range as the original criteria. And that is their first recommendation. It says the first thing I'd recommend is looking for an EV that was rated for at least 250 miles of range when it was new. It says this weeds out nearly all the junk that car companies built before they were serious about building EVs. So don't buy any of these EVs that had 100, 110 miles range. The second thing they talk about, which is not a lot of people realize, is make sure it has liquid cooling for the main battery. Some EVs still have air cooling. And the problem with air cooling is if it's hot out, it's not going to cool it that much, right? If you drive it in hot weather, which most of the country now has hot weather at least part of the year. So you will be back in your video in just a few seconds. In the meantime, remember that actualhuman.com offers you live one-on-one private video consultation with an expert in this exact subject. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions. We want to give you expert advisement of your options and tell you what we know about your particular situation. Now back to your video. Electric vehicles built now have a liquid cooling circuit for the main drive battery. And that will, just like the radiator and liquid cooling on gas engines, will keep that battery cool even in hot weather. So you want to make sure that you're buying a vehicle that has that. Most people don't know what vehicles do or don't have it. You can ask, you can look it up online. But if you follow these two steps, making sure that it has at least 250 of range when it was new, it may not have that now because it degrades a little bit, and that it has liquid cooling, then you're going to be more likely to have good success with that used electric vehicle. Now, as we've said before, used electric vehicles could be a good deal. Right now, the depreciation on them is huge. The price level has fallen dramatically on used EVs to where, especially for a second vehicle or backup vehicle or a commuter vehicle, it could be a great consideration for a family that just needs another car to zoom around town, or maybe somebody at college on their college campus. Long trips, yeah, you're going to have the range and charging problem to deal with. But if you at least do those two steps, you're going to be less likely to run into problems where you're going to hate that vehicle down the road. Thank you for watching another video at actualhuman.com and describe.tv. Remember, if you have questions or comments about our videos, put them in the link below. Also, remember that you have availability and access to live one-on-one question and answer consultation with a licensed expert in a number of fields: investigations, insurance, surety bonds, civil court mediation, even things like real estate records research, real estate brokers, real estate mortgage lenders. In addition, you're going to find that experts are available in business segments, business development, marketing, advertising, certified licensed experts. So if you do find this content valuable and you want to delve more deeply into a subject, you can't ask YouTube a question, right? But if you want to talk to somebody live, an actual human, use the link below. Thanks for watching.